Greetings, Earthlings. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing so well today. Welcome to a new Psychic Pick a Card Tarot reading. In this video, there are 3 piles to choose between, and as always, I create a space for Spirit, the universe, source, whatever you believe in, to speak through any messages that are important for you to hear right now. If this is your first time here, a special hello to you. Hi, I'm Zac. I have a natural psychic ability, and right now I share that gift here on YouTube. This is a general reading. If you'd like to book a personal, private reading, you can find all that information down below in the description box or follow the link in my banner. You can also email me and we can set up something custom for you. I also want to let you guys know that I have an Instagram now where I share little snippets, information, mini readings there. So if you guys want to, you can follow my Instagram. That's Cowboy Divine. All right, I think that's basically all the general housekeeping. Here we have pile 1, it's the King of Cups. Pile 2 is the Heirophant, and pile 3 is the King of Pentacles. If you guys like to choose with crystals, well, get your discernment ready. We have 3 quartz crystals for you guys to choose between. And as always, before you choose a pile, make sure you do make an effort to ground your energy, because when you ground your energy, it gives me the very best chance to link up with you in time and space so that I can bring forward the most useful information. So take a couple deep breaths, maybe turn the lights down low, light a candle or two, do whatever you need to do to ground your energy. It'll look a little different for everyone, and once you've grounded your energy, choose between one of the 3 piles and I will meet you at your reading. Hi Pile 1, welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. It is Friday when I'm recording this, so it is my intention that no matter what time, what day you guys watch this, you guys receive the blessing of beautiful Friday energy. I just always feel like Friday carries the most incredible energy, so I want you guys to feel inspired, flirty, fun. I know things are going to look a little different. I've got some paper going on right here. I sat down yesterday to think about a spread idea, sort of let myself meditate for a while, and then, the 3 cards that you guys saw in the intro came out, the Emperor and 2 Kings, and I felt like they were 3 different piles. So very, very interesting. Also rather complex. I have a lot of cards pulled off camera and some notes just to help myself clarify what we seem to want to talk to you guys about today. So this one's going to probably be a bit longer. And you guys chose the King of Cups, and one of the very first things I heard was this is about a relationship. And as I always bring forward, try to be the clearest mirror, produce the most nuanced image for you guys. I got 2 messages, and perhaps there are other tarot readers out there, which is why I'm about to say what I am, but general readings are not my favorite because I'm talking to a collective of people. And so the best thing that I can seem to do as of late is pull through 2 main messages, a light aspect and a shadow aspect. And you might relate to one or the other, or potentially both. Somehow perhaps they're woven together. But what I get if I'm going to just produce a very short message is someone is stuck on a karmic partner and it's time to move on and find your equal. And then the other message, the more shadow message, is some of us are perhaps blinded or misled by passion or seduction, and things aren't as we think they are. There seems to be a message on this shadow aspect about learning about what a relationship entails, one that's not sort of decided by what you've read in books or seen in the movies kind of idea, okay? And I'm not quite sure how I'm going to approach this because, again, I feel like they're very opposite messages. So I guess that, but Spirit is just like, this is it. So we're going to just start, I guess. Okay, so when I pulled the very first card for clarification and I got Saturn, it made sense. Saturn is what made me think that this is a karmic relationship. I love the King of Cups, you guys. I feel like some of you are stuck with a partner where you're not quite able to see how good they are because you're valuing things that don't necessarily have anything to do with a relationship or a partnership. It's more about lust and passion. And those are valid feelings, except I feel like what could happen instead of losing this partner who I see to be very valuable, it's almost the idea of creating a different interpretation of what your relationship is. That would be bringing in certain freedoms that you guys don't presently have at this time. For example, you guys are allowed to flirt when you go out to bars with other people. Maybe you guys even bring someone home. Or this could be the idea of having a different house, where if you guys just need extra space, one of you goes to that little house every once in a while. It's the idea that we don't want to give up on something you've built so long, because it feels like a very strong karmic lesson there. It feels like you guys could have even had children together. And again, I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to say anything. But that first message, one of the main messages seems to be about try not to let passion mislead you. And then in the same breath, for my light aspects, it's the idea that we need to experience passion to the fullest in this lifetime. For me to pull from two separate, completely different decks, and I both got passion. I mean, I always pull the most incredible synchronicities off camera, and so we're really talking about passion and love for your reading. I absolutely love this deck, you guys. I haven't really been connecting with decks lately. That's why I'm using more of the psychic ability. I have notes down. I've been writing down visions that I've been getting for you guys, but this new Radiant Oracle of the Sun is incredible. I absolutely love the imagery. And from it, I pulled two cards that just have to do with everything about passion and sensuality and sexuality and relationships. We have this idea of birth, and we have the idea of seduction. We'll get to that in a second, though, okay? I guess I can pull, there's so many cards, you guys. I'm like, how am I going to make this look pretty? And how am I also going to illustrate this idea? Okay, so I know this style is totally different, but I kind of like the idea about figuring out this message with you guys. I was going to prep some questions in advance, but we'll sort of just go with the flow. So here's why I'm thinking about an idea that someone's in a relationship right now that's very beautiful. You guys have built a lot together, and whenever I get this give your relationship a chance card, especially the word partnership is pulling me in. A partnership is the idea of a relationship that I feel like you guys could be interested in the book, If the Buddha Married. You guys should give that a look if you are someone who's in a relationship right now and has been with your partner for some time. Whenever I get this card, it talks about this idea that we can't see our partner for who they are. It's like we're expecting them to be absolutely everything for us, and that is an idea about relationships that is old-fashioned. It's very outdated, and we need to evolve as people to recognize that no single person, even a soulmate, they can't be everything for us. You could have every aspect in that relationship working for you except for one thing, for example, passion. And you would think that, well, this isn't the one, because we it even says it right here, the one. We try to get people to think that there's the one for them out there. We have multiple soulmates, and soulmates don't even have to be romantic. But this idea of partnership, it feels like when you engage in a relationship, you understand that you're about to share a life with someone, because when you share joy, it's joy redoubled. And when you share sorrows, it's sorrows lessened, almost by half. And so it's the idea that you don't want to go into life alone forever. I feel like there's an idea that we need to be able to recognize that our partner can't be absolutely everything that we desire. Now, for some of you who really do want more and it's just, not it, you don't feel like you're getting support from this partner. Okay, there's another message coming in through. It's the idea that you should be in a relationship with the understanding that you are supposed to grow separately, completely independently, and it is by growing separately that you will remain close, remain able to support each other. You want to grow individually because we are an individual breath of consciousness. We do not want to do things like codependence, where we self-sabotage, where we give up our dreams to make the other person happy. No. An evolved relationship, a balanced, harmonious relationship, is a relationship where both people recognize that you are individuals. You just decide to be together because there's an obvious attraction, a romantic attraction. If that fades over time, that doesn't mean that everything you've built together is supposed to crumble away. It seems like I want to pull through the shadow message first because it's really important, and it also is difficult, and it's going to require you guys to use your discernment, but that's perhaps why I like this idea of every reading I'm going to do provide a shadow and a light aspect, so you guys will have to use your discernment in order to recognize when I'm speaking directly to you. So let's go a little bit further with this, okay? When you build something up, it's the idea that staying together for the long haul, and I'm not even putting this through a religion sense. I don't care about divorce whatsoever. I think people should divorce if they're obviously not happy. But if there's just one thing missing, like a spark of passion, and you just can't seem to ignite that, open up the relationship. Try to breathe life into this in a different lens, okay? It's like the idea if you don't want to just throw away everything you've built, and I'm preaching this a little bit because it is through the interpretation of Saturn, which is the very first clarification I got, and I got a karmic partner. So I'm understanding that this has taken some time. There's a lot of structure and discipline built, and it's the idea that if we just crumble all that down, it's like, it feels like a karmic lesson that I almost want to prevent you guys from experiencing, okay? It's the idea that you're not going to find that happiness outside of yourself. That is the big message that comes through with this. There's something that's just, and we'll go further down the road, okay? But for some of you, it's the idea, this first shadow aspect, you guys, it's the idea that passion is just, it can be fleeting. And if you've passed the butterfly stage, perhaps, if everything else is going well, this person could be a partner. I really like that these words down here, it says a partnership. It's I used to be really turned off by that word because it sounds sterile. I loved the idea of boyfriend, or spouse even, but partner, my boyfriend's a doctor, and all of his cohorts always refer to their partners as partner, and I'm just like, what? It just sounds like, where's the romance? But maybe that's how you guys feel too. You guys are interested in more passion. There seems to be some spark missing. I just want to caution you guys, if you've built something long, that's beautiful. I really feel like an evolved relationship. I always say evolved because it's different. I'm an Aquarius, you guys. I'm here to bring forward truths that might be uncomfortable and to not give a fuck about that. It's my job to be a mirror. It's my job to look at patterns and things like that and to reveal that to society, because this idea of being with someone and thinking they have to be absolutely everything is ridiculous, because it bulldozes over the idea that happiness must be found within. And if you can find a partner who supports everything you do, wants to watch you be and grow into any shape and experience whatever you desire, even if that's love with another person for a minute or two, it's that idea that is a partnership that is incredible, that will stand the test of time. I asked about this relationship and I pulled conjunction with empowerment. I get combines with, joins forces, intensifies, enhances, strengthens. What I'm getting from this is that you are better together. It is the idea of a divine masculine with a divine feminine, creating a more harmonious relationship. It is like the idea that the two of you together create something incredible, okay? And for some of you, there's just karma that is left to work out. So I feel like, and we'll bring you guys back through in a minute or two, because I have a bunch of tarot cards off camera. But that's the first energy, okay? The second energy is stuck with a karmic and it's time to move on. Time to experience passion. With this forest and breath card, it's one of the decks that I was so excited to get. It was Earth Magic. I loved it. There was fairies in this deck. I guess just one card though. And I was like, what is this about? Like, I don't feel like this is helping me whatsoever. But I realized it's the heart chakra. The heart chakra is associated with light pink and green. Those are the two colors for the heart chakra. And the heart chakra talks about compassion, which is, of course, incredibly linked with everything that we've been talking about. And so what I feel like is that if this person's not it, you know, if you still desire to spread your wings and to go experience more in the world, that is okay. You don't have to link up with someone, and perhaps you guys are just here to experience lots of different things, to experience lust and love multiple times. Maybe you're not here to experience just one relationship one time, is the message that I get for you guys. And yet there is a bit of restraint. There's something that seems to be blocked in this area about going off alone and breaking this relationship with this karmic partner that I see. There's something that's really troubling you. Okay, there's an idea of going out, going after something. And yet, it's like you build yourself up and then you let it go. You build yourself up to have this conversation or to go this distance and you let it go. You talk yourself out of it, and it's like plaguing your mind. There's so much on your mind that is, robbing you from your sleep. And others of you just need to record your dreams because you're having incredible dreams. But I see you guys having your eyes on something, perhaps the future. Your eyes on a prize, perhaps a crush of yours. And yet, there's something that seems to be holding you back. There's an element of the mind that's very busy, and I feel like it's confusing you. You let your mind create a whole bunch of scenarios about how this could happen, how this could pan out with this person, but it's almost like you don't take the action. You get right to the point where you need to leap, and then you talk yourself out of it. And that's intelligence, is what I want to tell you guys. The reason that you have all this ability to create all these scenarios, it's an intelligent thing, but we can use intelligence against ourselves, is the message that's coming through. Some of you are even meeting up in the astral realm, okay? And if some of you want to learn how to go to the astral realm, you can use breath work to do so. What I'm getting as a linked message for both energies is the idea of grounding, okay? It's really, really important right now to get grounded and to get into nature. Go to your local park, go where you can sit next to and talk to a tree. It's very, very important for you guys to be grounded at this time because I see a lot going on in your mind. And when we live in the mind, we sort of deny ourselves the human pleasure of being in the body, which is another strong message that's coming through for pile one. There's the idea that you're here to have a human experience, and spirituality is just a facet. It's just a facet. Creative visualization, magic, that's just a facet of this lifetime. But we come from spirit and we'll return to spirit as well. So it's so important to follow your heart and to let yourself be led by passion in this lifetime, to let yourself experience the tangible things. This could be a passion for food. This could be a passion for love, is what I'm getting for a lot of you. Allow yourself to be seduced by someone else. Allow yourself to do the seducing. There's the idea that we don't want to spend all of our time holed up at home because it traps us. It creates a mental barrier. We want to make sure that you guys are going out into the world and experiencing things for yourself in the tangible physical realm, because you came here into the 3D realm from a spirit, okay, from the energy of a spirit into a 3D vessel. So we don't want to spend all of our time in our head. That's going to create massive confusion, and it also sort of goes against the very basic purpose of being alive at this time. And I believe that is to, wriggle your feet in the dirt, to go out and enjoy joy, pleasure, parties, romance, love affairs. I was giggling about the synchronicity of passion right here, and this says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And joy, again, is on this card. So it's like so important. The heart of your reading has everything to do with passion. If you guys are in a karmic relationship right now and there is absolutely no passion, perhaps open it up. If you know that's that person, not only is there no passion, but they don't support your dreams, they seem to be holding you back, there's just negative energy there, it's time to move on from this person to find your equal. This is a karmic thing, okay? This idea, I think that there was a lot of structure and support in this relationship and it kept you grounded for some time, but now you feel yourself breaking out of the cocoon. It's like you want to turn into a butterfly and to move on, to experience something else. This is a conversation for some of you. an exploration about what it means to be in a relationship and how you want to define that with your partner. For others of you, this is simply just breaking through that mold of what used to be and all those comfort zones and just, moving on. Because I drew, the 10 of Cups, and I asked for a clarification. I got the 8 of Cups. And as you see, this person in the red robe appears 3 times, here, here, and here. Okay? And what I'm getting from this is that whatever you're in right now, it's been very passionate. Or at least there was a period in your life where it was very passionate. Okay, I don't really know where to put these cards, you guys. I'm going to have to figure out a way to do this new type of reading, but I definitely enjoy it. But what I'm getting is that we had to leave something behind that took a lot of our energy, a lot of our time to build up. And I do get that this is very difficult. I understand that this is very hard. And however, the future is much, much brighter, okay? I see the 10 of Cups, and I see happiness, and I see this idea of perhaps children with a different partner. That's just the energy of it. It could just also be a lot more creative ability and room to be creative with a different partner. But that future that you desire, that rainbow, that bliss, that domestic bliss that you desire, it comes from walking away from something first. Something that was, it's difficult. There's a lot of energy attached to it, a lot of passionate energy. And again, this is the light aspect. This is the aspect for those of you who need to recognize who you are and what you're meant to do in this lifetime. You're not supposed to be someone who lives a gray life of clunky, just dense energy. We want you to have the most abundant life. We want you to picture the brightest future that you can, one that makes you giggle. I just heard zeal. This idea of just having this outpouring of passion. We want you guys to be able to enjoy that. But there's something that needs to happen first, and it's the idea of leaving it behind, okay? I also drew for you guys the Chariot clarified by the World, which is incredible energy. And it's the idea that when you develop this self-confidence, it's when you're going to break free of that mold, okay? The Chariot to me talks about developing self-confidence and going out into the world, and it literally has the world as its clarification. 2 very, very positive cards. Some of you just need to bare your chest at this time in order to get off your chest what has been burdening your mind, okay? I see this idea of, going somewhere. Travel is interesting. I think that people in pile 1 want to go somewhere else. Some of you even want to move. Some of you need to have a little bit more faith in this path that you have chosen for yourself, even if it's not taking off right away. There is also the idea that there's something in the dreamscape. Again, I'm getting that message, okay, with all these roses. It feels like some of you are meeting your partners on the astral realm. Some of you are getting hints on the astral realm about what to do, what that next step might look like. To me, to have 2 major arcana cards, it talks about a fated event. It talks about a leap of faith. It talks about you guys being at a nexus point, a timeline switch. I see an energy that links both the energy of light and dark here. Both of you, all of you guys are at a fork in the road, okay? And it's like some of you need to recognize that you've built something very, very strong with a partner of yours, and a partnership is what a relationship to you is going to be. And that's a very evolved idea, as long as you guys give each other ultimate freedom. Others of you are at the other fork in the road where you recognize that this ain't it. This ain't it. I want so much more. My partner doesn't want the same things. It's time for us to move on so that we can each find our equal, that we can each find passion and joy. This idea of birth is coming through, okay? I get that with kind of see children here. The World can talk about a big birthing period, it looks very similar in the imagery here. Okay, but we also have the energy of seduction, and this is the 2 energies that I see linked. Passion, seduction, things aren't as they are seeming like. For those of you who are in a relationship that we need to give a chance, there is seduction that is misleading you. It's like that one facet that is just simply not all. It's not everything. Passion isn't everything in a relationship. Relationship, it should give you stability. and there should be support there, and the ability to be whoever you are. Those are very, very valuable things. If you guys are in relationships and you understand everything that I'm talking about right now, I think that's a very, very good relationship. Don't be misled or blinded by this seduction that I do see paramount here. For others of you, leaving this, going out on your own, going into the world, perhaps seeking a new lover, a new partner, a new commitment, we get the idea of birth, which to me talks about creation, okay? A lot of creative energy. And then finally we have this final idea of the Two of Swords, which again, it does talk about a fork in the road to me. It talks about a decision that needs to be made, okay? This is the main energy that I'm picking up on for pile 1, and that was a lot, you guys. I want to know if perhaps there could be any other messages. Let's talk about the light aspect first. Enthusiasm. Yes, I love this. Okay, so for those of you who perhaps need to leave behind this King of Cups and to go find him, others of you, you might not have this King of Cups, but you recognize that there's something leading you on. You want to experience a lot more passion in this lifetime, a lot more love, a lot more enthusiasm. If you guys are in that energy, this is being highlighted and supported again. We want to make sure that you guys are able to go out there and shine. And we see that there is a rebirth of sorts, an increase in creative ability, an increase of love, an increase of joy and passion when you embark, when you're able to leave behind the old. That's that guy under here. Leave behind the old in order to go for the new. And look how significant this is. We have the sun and the moon here combined by the sun and the moon here. Okay, so if you guys need any more synchronicities or confirmation, there it is for you. The key to this happiness, the domestic bliss, the future you picture for yourself, it's leaving behind the passionate relationship. Leaving behind passion can also just be, something that took a lot of your energy to build. And again, there is the flip side. I do absolutely get two strong messages. The flip side of this coin, because I also heard when I first drew these cards, was it's two sides of the same coin. The flip side of that is that you did build something very strong. And it will continue to be strong if it can be mutable, if you guys can give each other wiggle room, if you guys leave each other room to grow. Okay, so let's pull one more card for this shadow aspect. I don't want you guys to be lost by seduction. Okay, oh my god, that was creepy. Okay, so Saturn in, what is that, Pisces. Okay. It's like things are not what they look like. Things are not as they are from how they appear on the outside, is what I'm getting, okay? Some of you, I don't want to beat a dead horse. This is a horse skull right here, okay? And a raven picking out the little last morsel of meat, okay? And 1212, that is so significant, okay? I'm pretty sure that relates to Archangel Michael, 1212, okay? So what I'm getting from this is the idea that you guys are so strong together, okay? You've built something very, very strong. This is just a little, a snag. And this snag just needs to be mended. This is a conversation. This is giving each other more room, because it is through the understanding that you have built something incredible together. Okay, this is all very, very karmic in nature. Again, is being interpreted through Saturn, and that is, long, drawn out, heavy amounts of energy. But something that we don't think about with Saturn is that it's often rewarded. Not often, it is rewarded. It's just, it talks about the idea of hard work for success. Okay, so I do believe that these are all the messages that I'm getting so far, you guys. And I hope you guys have the most incredible night. If you liked this new style, make sure to leave a comment below. If you've made it this far into the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. It helps me go so far in the land of YouTube, but it also helps other people receive these messages who need to as well. And until next time, stay divine. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. So you guys chose the Heirophant. And when I clarified him, I got out the North Node with Destiny. So I just want to read those real quick. And I also want to read one more card for you guys. So let's just start off with the North Node, Destiny. Soul School, learning curve, fulfillment, purpose, maturing, experience, fruition, North Star, process, development, practice, path, beacon, blossoming, becoming, integrity, and journey. So lots of synchronicity right off the bat for you guys. And I feel like your message is about going down, if I were to just, put it into a few words, there is a yearning, a desire, however, it is also your destiny to walk a spiritual path as a leader of sorts, okay? And the spiritual community is vast. So you could find yourself as a psychic, you could find yourself as a shaman, you could find yourself as an energy reader, a house cleanser, a land cleanser, okay? There happens to be some self-limiting beliefs about money in this field, though, or about your talent, okay? And I feel like you guys have been watching tarot readings for a while, trying to get a lot of synchronicity to convince you that this is what you're supposed to do. It's a very different reading from pile one, you guys. I do feel like this is what you're meant to do in this lifetime. It's certainly one of the things that you're meant to do. The Heirophant, it talks about a teacher. It talks about someone who walks a spiritual path. It talks about being a leader of sorts. And then I drew a bunch of spiritual lenses for you guys. You got the Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? And then I'm Rama. I don't really know. I need to look up that word. And how are you being called, or where are you being called to journey to? So whenever I get, synchronicities, I look at the Priestess and the Hierophant as very similar energies. And then we have journey appearing twice. There's this idea that you guys have been hemming and hawing about going down a spiritual path, okay? And I feel like there's something that's holding you back, and I think it has to do with money, okay? But because we have the Four of Pentacles coming out over the moon, talks about secrets, I think this is actually a self-limiting belief, okay? There's an idea that we need to walk forward right now, okay? And I also understand that you guys have been, up against a lot of odds, okay? You want to walk a spiritual path. There's lots of confirmations, but there's something that's stopping you, and we'll try to get to, you guys, a little bit more about that. I got some good clarifications, though, with quarrel and resistance. So it's almost like your family doesn't approve of this. Does that make sense? Is what I'm getting, okay? And then your other spiritual card is birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being, okay? So the message that your spirit guides want to relay to you is this idea of going down a spiritual path or stepping up to be a spiritual leader of sorts. You guys are here to be the beacon is what I heard first, okay? You guys are here to light the way, so I'm pretty sure that the majority of you are light workers. There's an element of choice, okay? And that brings me to this meadow with vulnerability card, and I wanted to read this to you guys. It just felt really important. You are in a place now where you can take risks with your feelings, and even more important, take risks with the truth of who you are. The truth you know in your heart and soul. You no longer need to be subjected to your conditioned fears of letting others know who you really are. Yes, others may judge, evaluate, criticize, and perhaps even put you down. These are very real possibilities. Yet, by trusting that you have the strength to deal with these reactions, rather than responding adaptively and always playing it safe, you can more confidently allow yourself to be vulnerable. Always holding back from expressing your truth can create an illusion of safety. But armed with your trust and your faith, you can choose to be vulnerable and share your authentic self with the world. Okay? So, choice. coming out to clarify this vulnerability card, which I've never really gotten, which is why I reached for that book in the first place. That's an amazing level of synchronicity here. I do also understand that there's some love connection that we need to get a bit more information on, okay? But I think that loving yourself and putting yourself first is important. There is a strong pull for walking down a spiritual path, okay? You definitely have sensed this, but you're meeting resistance for some reason. For some of you, this comes from the family, and others of you, it is a self-limiting belief about finances, and for others of you, it's a self-limiting belief about what other people will think about you. You guys could be in very, very different careers, is what I'm hearing. You could be someone totally out of left field and have always, felt very interested in magic, the occult, loved watching the Harry Potter movies, but haven't really tuned in with the self. And this is just for some of you. Others of you, you just, you've been hearing this message and it had to come out very, very blunt for you with these incredible cards. The North Node, the Heirophant, and then Shaman with Ancient Healing Wisdom. Clarified by inheritance, which is curious. I think that some of you, like myself, come from a line of psychics, or you guys have, you could be from Native American descent. You also just could have this ability, this natural healing ability that's been passed down. It's something that you inherited. Okay. However, there's resistance, is what I sense. Okay. There is a strong desire to pursue this, and yet there is resistance. So it feels like the advice is to learn right now, to do whatever you can to learn, to find a spiritual teacher or coach. If this is resonating with you guys, you're being called to find somewhere that you can go on a spiritual retreat to, find a book that's very helpful, find a spiritual teacher, a psychic advisor, to help you navigate this next little bit of your journey. I do see a strong push towards getting someone to help you along. And for some of you, it's literally just the choice, okay, to put yourself first, okay? And there is an idea of love too. So let's move into that. I just wanted to show you real quick your other tarot cards off camera. Page of Wands and the Magician, okay? And then again, Three of Wands with the Nine of Wands. To me, this feels like going down a spiritual path or going down a new path. This is talking about a lot of resistance that you've met, but have succeeded. And then we have, of course, the Four of Pentacles with the Moon, okay? To me, this idea of going down a spiritual path, thinking that there's no money in it, that is an idea that you could change today. There are plenty of people who make it in this arena. One of my psychic advisors, it's just that. It just happens. If you believe, if you walk down, you will be supported. It all comes from your belief system. That's why we have the Heirophant here. To have, I'm not getting many messages outside of this. We'll go a little bit deeper for sure, but it feels like the main message for you guys that you just needed to hear was the synchronicity of picking this video, of picking this pile. It is your destiny to be someone who practices spirituality, but also teaches it to other people. Okay, and it is an idea that you are meant to travel for some of you to share this wealth of knowledge. There is an idea of travel and sharing your experiences with people who are in different countries than you. I get that with the Three of Wands, but also the Page of Wands, okay? To me, this also can talk about someone who is just beginning to understand the law of attraction, to understand the laws of the universe, but you guys have the ability to make a lot happen in this lifetime. You have the ability to make love happen for you, great love. You also have the ability of manifestation. It's something that you have inherited from lifetimes of being healers. You came here in this incarnation for a very specific reason, and you have been met by some resistance in the world because the world is very in need of people like you to help shift it from selfishness, greed, from darkness, from misconception to a future of light and love. And by light, I mean truth, of course. Lux, light, okay? Latin for light. So there is the idea that you guys are here to alleviate the shadow, right? To learn. There is an emphasis on gaining knowledge at this time because knowledge truth is light and will help eradicate the darkness. You're here to pave the way for people, and this is incredible. So let me just pull back for 2 seconds, you guys. I just kind of want to see what else we want to address. I mean, pile one was like a half hour long, and I feel done at 10 minutes. So just give me a few seconds, guys. I will be right back. I do see some emphasis on relationship. I'm feeling this idea of a love connection coming through. So let's see if I can get any of that. Let's just perhaps draw 2 piles. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. And then worth waiting for, divine timing at work in your love life. Okay, very, very linked to this with Heirophant, okay? So it feels like your paths haven't crossed at this time, and we need you to let go of that idea, okay? I see this almost, this unicorn in the middle here as you, or the one you seek, the lover that you seek, the life partner that you seek, and it's this maze that we seem to be lost in, traveling through, trying to figure out our place in the world. Again, it's that feeling that the world itself and its, ugly chaos has really shifted who you used to be, and you've gone through the veil of forgetting, and now it's a matter of waking up, recognizing the deep, deep calling that you have to pursue something spiritual. This could literally be moving into the country or picking up plant medicines, okay? Working with plants to help bring about new ways of healing people. Using plant medicine is something that I see strongly here to heal the body. Perhaps some of you are curious about using magic, okay, with plants. I see emphasis on roses, okay, to create a love spell, okay, maybe an ethical love spell, please. But this idea of allow the situation to unfold naturally and worth waiting for, to me says that love is something you're curious about, and it's in this lifetime, and it will come at the proper moment. What that might look like is when you suddenly no longer yearn for it. I think that when we say let go of desire, I don't really like that. You can let go of the yearning though, because when you yearn for something, it tells yourself subconsciously every single day that you don't have it. And so you reinforce in your own reality that you don't have it. Okay, so what I'm getting is that if we can let go and go with the flow, that's what's going to create yourself to be an energetic match for this person. I do see that being very linked here, okay? And I also do pick up on someone. So let's see if, we can't get a couple clues about this person. I want to know about this person. Actually, I feel you. Versatility, curious. Yeah, I feel like we need you to be flexible at this time, but this person also could be a gymnast, a dancer. There's someone who moves their body in a very alluring way is what I'm getting first, okay? Oh yeah, perhaps they do work in entertainment is what I'm getting, companionship. Right now we want you to focus on friends right now and focusing on your partnerships as well. When you focus on your friendships, it kind of creates the energy of how you are going to energetically support your partner. And so if you are spending a lot of time on yourself, spending a lot of time yearning, and not necessarily putting anything into companions or friendships, then that doesn't create a very good energetic state for someone to come in, is what I'm hearing, okay? We want you guys to focus a lot of energy on just being in the body, focusing on your health, focusing on your relationships with your friends, and the energetic exchange between you. We want to make sure that your friends are giving you what you are giving, but if you're not giving and only expecting, that is the idea that's going to create a block of sorts. We want to make sure that there's a natural give and take. There seems to be an idea of flow here as well. I do get the idea that your person that you could be seeking is an entertainer, or you might meet in the gym, or you might meet outdoors where there is something to do with like a dance, like a festival is actually what I'm hearing, okay? That's interesting. Can I know a little bit more about this person? Who is certainly worth waiting for. Guys, I don't want you to worry whatsoever. With worth waiting for falling over destiny, I really enjoy that, okay? Especially when you have this blessing of the Heirophant here, okay? I do sense that being vulnerable is also something that is important at this time in your life. I feel like there's some choice that needs to be made about expressing who you are authentically. Some of you have shame for pursuing spirituality, and that's something that will fade with time as long as you don't dedicate yourself, devote yourself to this path, things will fall into place naturally. I think some of you are perhaps curious about really getting your psychic ability on board now, but there is something more to be learned at this time, okay? You guys could also try traveling to different places, especially abroad, because I'm hearing that that's going to unlock a memory of yours. It's going to unlock something that allows you to relax a little bit so that these skills that you had in past lives can come on board again. Indecision. Okay, there is the idea of choice and indecision that is definitely paramount at this time. This choice to be vulnerable. You know, we got all the synchronicities with that little blurb I read from the Earth Magic book. With indecision, it feels like, and I see this hourglass now, you think that time's running out. It's not. Time is not running out. Divine timing is at work in your love life. You just haven't experienced this great love yet. Because there are other things that needed to fall in place. I do get an idea of someone who's been very bogged down by the material plane, and that's causing some confusion, and you have gone through, I feel like, an extraordinary long period of forgetting, and now you're awakening. You're sensing a deep pull. There is a yearning in your soul to experience spirituality. I think you guys could look up the Four Winds School. You could look up a shaman who can do an energetic cleansing or a cord cutting. There is an idea of a strong family connection here that needs to be let go of. I see that being illustrated here as well. There's the idea that you are going to be judged by your family if you pursue the spiritual path, and perhaps you will, but you are your unique self. You are not your parents, you are not your brothers and sisters, you are not your friends. You must always serve yourself first. You have to put yourself first, and your happiness and your true feelings, otherwise it will implode. It'll create a lot of upset, and I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are experiencing stomach issues at this time, or have in your past experienced issues with the stomach, okay, is what I'm getting. A shaman to come out next to vulnerability makes me think that you guys would really benefit from a cord cutting ceremony done by a shaman or a soul retrieval. Okay, you can have your energy read by a shaman. You could also go to someone who can do a past life regression and help you pick up some synchronicity from your past to encourage you down this spiritual path, which we do seem to want to talk a lot about, okay? There's an indecision with that timer too, that hourglass. You are as young as you need to be. You're going to meet this person exactly when you need to. And right now it feels like to make a decision first about the spiritual path, that needs to happen first. I sense that there's an idea of wanting love at this time. There's something first that either needs to be healed in the body. There's you who needs to step up and start leading as a spiritual leader first in order for you to be, again, a vibrational, energetic match for this partner that I see. Perhaps one more card, please, about who this person is. Oh, I love it. Okay. Love the butterflies. They're very healing. This is giving me Empress vibes, but we need you to come out and emerge as a butterfly first, okay? There are things that you are here to do in this lifetime besides love, pile 2. You're here to light the way for other people. You're here to show through your own expression of struggle how it is to come out of the chrysalis and to emerge as a butterfly. I sense that you guys really want to emerge as a butterfly and move throughout the world with ease, peace of mind, tranquility. There's an idea of navigating life with a lot less control in this second half of your life is what I feel. I feel like I'm talking to people who are older than 30, and it feels like for this next chunk of life, you could be also, experiencing a Saturn return for some of you. But I'm getting it's like we're leaving behind bossy energy and moving into something a lot more nurturing and healing. She's giving me Empress vibes falling out over the meadow. She even has a sunflower in her hand, and there are many sunflowers in this meadow. So you guys might use sunflowers to help strengthen your solar plexus chakra. There's something about the solar plexus chakra that needs healing at this time. It can talk about self-confidence, but again, you guys, there is a choice that needs to be made. It's the biggest message. I don't really want to go in any other directions because it feels like that needs to happen first. I love to see some of these, clarifications coming out. This person, the fox right here, I get that you guys are going to be very attracted to each other in an animal sense. There's a lot of passion is what I mean. And this person, they're also just very colorful. I get that they're lithe, so very, very, that first message we got, flexibility, okay? There's something about them, how they dance. They quite literally literally could be a dancer, but they're someone who's also very grounded, okay? I think that they also could be a gifted healer. And again, because you guys are trying, you're attempting to be, will soon be an energetic match, this is your energy too. I see you guys as being very nurturing people, natural healers. This is something that you have inherited over lifetimes of experience or simply through your family line. There is also work in the family line that I feel like is holding you back. I feel like you want to go in a different direction than your parents, or there's something about family and judgment at the home that needs to be forgiven by you so that you can experience other things in this life. I see in your future a path as a spiritual leader, a spiritual gift unfolding. I also see love in your future. Okay, is there any other messages at this time? I don't believe so. Guys, this is the end of your reading, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, or you've made it this far into the video, please give me a big thumbs up. It helps me go so far in the land of YouTube. And until next time, stay divine. Hey, Pile 3, welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. So I was telling Pile 1 that I wanted to sort of figure out what the theme for this week video was going to be. And I drew 2 kings and the Heirophant, as you guys saw in the pile selection. I just felt like they were their each own pile. And so when I started to get more in depth on your pile, I drew a card to clarify. I got Jupiter with expansion, and I already saw a lot of abundance with the King of Pentacles, and I thought that was just a really funny synchronicity. So we're clearly here to talk about an increase, and I see a number of increases. We'll get to that. I just like to read off these cards real quick for you guys. I know the text is super tiny. So Jupiter, expansion, enthusiasm, optimism, generosity, benevolence, beliefs, luck, seeking, travel, positivity, lectures, foreign cultures, teaching, pilgrimage, chance, expansion, leaping, exploration, and potential. So I just went ahead and drew a couple cards for you guys as well, and I see so much synchronicity. So we're definitely here to talk about expansion. Okay, so I see a synchronicity of generosity, of exploration, and certainly of what was I just seeing? I guess luck here with the Wheel of Fortune. So it feels like you guys are about to experience kind of an upswing in your life, certainly in the material realm, okay? But I also pick up on a significant relationship as well, okay? And there's a strong indication of travel too, okay? And I see that luck and generosity are linked, and I often understand that when you express gratitude, that's what makes you a strong energetic attraction for more abundance. And I see in your specific reading the idea of generosity as well being a very strong energetic component to luck and abundance. So the more that you can donate your free time, the more that you can give to others your natural talent and abilities, it doesn't have to be finances, could be. The more that you give to others, the more it creates kind of like a vacuum, and it makes you, again, a very strong magnet for more, okay? So I also see a strong indication of a really good relationship and love, okay? So let's see where I want to. Abundance is obvious, so I kind of don't really want to touch on it. If you guys have been, looking for an increase in cash, looking for a windfall of some sort, that's totally here. If you're looking for perhaps even a new job opportunity, a lucrative opportunity in terms of career and finances, that is well on its way, okay? But what I'm going to pull from here seems to be three, honestly, it feels like blessings, okay? I feel travel, I feel relationship, and something to do with your guys' career as well, okay? So let's pick up first on this Ace of Wands. To me, you guys, this talks about the spirit of adventure, okay? And when I see expansion here, it feels like you're going to get the majority of your luck over this next cycle from people who live in different countries than you, from afar, from people who even speak different languages. Now, this is just the energy of it. It would be like if you could translate your book into a different language, that's going to create the expansion that you desire in your financial sector. If you could create captions on your YouTube videos in a different language, that's going to create that expansion. So where can you expand pile 3, especially when it comes to different cultures and reaching a broader audience? Okay, the Ace of Wands is an incredible blessing, you guys. To me, it also does talk about love, okay? And let's see what this is. Protection. Ooh, love to see this. So you guys are highly protected right now. So you must be very grounded in your bodies. I feel like you guys have also been very patient at this time. You guys could also look into getting Tiger's Eye. I feel like Tiger's Eye would be a good amulet for you guys. So on this journey, if you guys are, a little bit hesitant about traveling somewhere, going abroad, going overseas, going to a different continent, country, state, wherever you are, that's blessed. And we're also giving you protection. So I don't want you guys to fear going over a border, going overseas, getting on planes. I see all this as being very blessed, especially if you're going on a pilgrimage of sorts. Anything to do with exploration. Okay, the Ace of Wands is the spirit of adventure. It says to allow your path to be guided by your creative talents and abilities and your measure of drive and willpower. Let passion be your fuel. So for my creatives out there who are artists and who have creative pursuits, what I'm hearing is that if you can first identify the passion behind what you're doing, that will ensure that your fuel that you use throughout that creative process will never run out. Because if you're operating from a place of passion, that is going to help you go the distance. It's going to help you go the whole distance. It's going to help bring a lot of interesting people, synchronicities, energy into your life. So I'm hearing first identify the why. Understand why you're doing it with passion. What is the passion? What is the inspiration? Why are you doing it? And if you can operate first with that inner knowing, that is what is super important right now. So again, this blessing of travel overscored by this protection card is very, very curious. So some of you might want to be traveling to places where there are tigers. There are no tigers in North America. Inheritance, curious. So that is exactly the energy that I'm getting with the King of Pentacles and Jupiter. It feels like that windfall of cash that you guys have been looking for. I don't know why I keep saying cash. It sounds so lucrative and fun, so whatever. But what I get is that perhaps there is money that you haven't seen and it's on its way. The King of Pentacles can sometime indicate that. I also do get a strong idea about the body and physical health, and you guys have been really improving your health. And as a result of also being patient in life right now, you have become the most attractive thing for money. It feels like money desires you. You've actually could have been using that as an affirmation, or start using that as your affirmation. Money desires me. Money loves me. I treat money well. I have a great relationship with money, because it certainly looks like you are experiencing that right now, or very soon will. With inheritance, Saturn and Scorpio, I get that you guys, undeniably, whenever this card comes out, it says there is an inheritance coming. There might be some string attached to it that you have to figure out. There might be some element of having to share, but what I get is a strong inheritance, especially with expansion in this King of Pentacles. I'm also hearing that this inheritance is going to help you with this trip abroad to go somewhere new. Oh, would you look at that? Look at that. That castle in the distance there is now in the foreground. What's fun is that these sort of mossy, craggly rocks right there, it look like they're in front of the castle too, with a body of water here and there's a body of water there. That's really remarkable. Incredible amount of synchronicity, okay? I'm getting a strong idea to travel right now, because that's being supportive. It's you going to other places. It feels like something that's been coming through recently, you guys, is it awakens something in you. It awakens something in you that you have done before. If you guys, you've had many incarnations here on Earth, maybe just a few, but whenever you go somewhere that you had been before in a past life, it unlocks this this information, this intel that you carry within you at all times. It's just that we go through the veil of forgetting when we incarnate on earth. We have to go through this journey for whatever reason, a little bit blind at times. And I feel like that's kind of been what you've been feeling like right now. You've been waiting and waiting for this increase in finances, for this expansion in your career sector, and it's coming. It's literally coming. There's, this card, it's so cool. It says it's undeniable. It's absolutely here, okay? And again, what I feel like is going abroad, going overseas, that can be interpreted a little bit differently too if, you have a travel ban for whatever reason. It could be exposing yourself to different cultures and different books, different cuisine. That it does something. It unlocks something in the mind, okay, pile 3, that gives you access and expands your mind. It gives you access in a pool of experience that you have collected before, okay? So this seems to be the main messages. Versatility, okay, curious. Be flexible with these travel plans is what I'm hearing. And this idea of where you want to go, there's an element of being flexible that is necessary. To me, this talks about just being open. Just be open to experience new things, okay? And I also get the idea that you might bring a partner with you. You might bring someone along for the ride, is what I'm getting. Okay, so I wanted to touch on this magical energy. Love to see the Ace of Wands, you guys. It truly is a blessing. I really want you, whatever you do right now, to identify passion. Passion is paramount, and I just heard a very strong ringing in my ears. I think that's a really significant message right now. Passion is paramount. I'm also hearing, again, I just want to congratulate you guys or give you a thumbs up. Your spirit guides are talking about the body a lot and the health of your body. You guys have really been improving your health and it's showing on the outside. I'm feeling like this is the energy of a glow up. Oh God, yeah, because we have the Empress over here too. You guys are very, very attractive, I must say, at this time for whatever you desire. And that's probably why you're experiencing this Jupiter expansion. I feel like July or the next cycle is about to be extremely blessed for you guys. This isn't just a little bit. Look for the clarifiers we have. For Jupiter to come out to clarify the King of Pentacles, you guys are definitely experiencing a boost in your career sector or your finances or a talent of yours that you've been developing. But you're also, again, it's that message of the body that's coming through. You guys have been really nourishing the body and recognizing that you're in a 3D vessel. You can be as spiritual as you want. That's not the point. The point is to experience the human things, the physical, tangible realm, the things that you can hold and interact with. So let's talk about this relationship that I see. I see love, and then we'll talk about some things with career. So let's just touch on love. Retreat, yeah, we got the idea of retreats with pilgrimage, and then heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Okay, that to me does talk about the Queen of Cups, okay? I do enjoy her. She's pretty psychic. She's the most psychic queen in the deck, but she's also a little... There's something a little too much. There's something a little much about her emotions. I understand the story that she drug this chair all the way from the castle down to the water's edge to yearn for her lover, to call him back to see. So there's an element right now of conversation that needs to be had, and to recognizing that you yourself can stand tall alone, okay? And there's something that's on the mind. It feels like the relationship, it's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it so far. So it feels like this one needs to be let go. That's the energy that I just keep wanting to say. I want to let go of that. And if I did, Spirit, is there something else that we could talk about? We just let go of that. I didn't like the energy at all. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you, and reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay. So it feels like there's someone coming back from the past, you guys. There's a heart-to-heart conversation that needs to be had, but I see you letting them go, okay? I really do see you letting them go, getting rid of them. There's at least something on the mind that needs to happen, a heart-to-heart conversation, because that's going to allow your heart to expand, okay, is what I'm hearing. I feel like there are some words left unsaid. I want to know about this person who is approaching, Spirit. Can we get some messages about how this other party feels? They're coming back to pile 3 because pile 3 is an incredible energetic attraction right now to them. They can see you guys expanding. I see in many, many sectors. Again, I saw career, love, and perhaps spirituality or just energy in general. Can I get, 3 main messages? Not trying to be perfect. This requires patience, a lot of it. Redhead. So this person was a very passionate lover, you guys, and this redhead could also just be a confirmation for you guys about this person who's coming back in. They could have red hair, natural or otherwise. Not trying to be perfect. I feel like that's you guys. You guys are getting away from being perfectionists. You're moving away from micromanaging every detail of what you look like is what I'm hearing. And that is what's making you shine. It's when you take your mind away. That's kind of, I'm not trying to use the word high-strung because it could be offensive to people, but that is the energy of the Queen of Cups. It's a little much. It's a little much of a headache, is what I feel, okay? She's a little invasive in the realms of emotions, is always what I get with the Queen of Cups. It's someone who is a little manipulative. That's the energy that's coming out, okay? I see you guys moving away from being someone who micromanages what they look like, who picks at themselves in the mirror. You might even literally pick at parts of your body that you don't like. You're not doing that anymore. And as a result, that's why we keep really wanting to talk about your body and saying your relationship to your body is what is expanding. That is a blessing that is coming through. You're acknowledging that you're beautiful. It doesn't matter what the standard of beauty is. You yourself feel beautiful, and that is what matters. It doesn't matter what it looks like on the outside, but if you can feel beautiful, perhaps you've been changing your wardrobe a little bit, and it's making you care a little bit less. And again, that's what's causing this person to come back. This requires patience. Very curious. Some of you, I'm hearing, this is a relationship that they left you. Okay, and I feel like right away you want to say no, and I like that. But there is someone here where I do feel like there is some karma that needs to be worked out still with this person. Okay, let me just get a little bit more about this. Spirit, I thought we were talking about a blessing of expansion. You guys, it's your heart chakra that's expanding. Okay, that makes sense. Your heart chakra is what is expanding right now, and it comes from setting realistic boundaries. That's why we're talking about the Queen of Cups in kind of the reversed format in my mind. There's a need for you to set up boundaries with this person, okay? I don't really know which card that was. How about something more before we move on to career? Perhaps a little bit more about this person. Is there someone in the future? Spirit, is there someone in the future after we have this expansion? Can we know a little bit about them? Ooh, okay. Right now, this is definitely reading as the Empress, okay? So we want to focus on you, and I also feel like that's what you are attracting. You could be someone who is a girl who likes girls. That could be a confirmation for you, but I'm also just getting that you're attracting someone who's very, very creative like you are. You guys are also expanding your creative abilities as well. I think that you guys are getting an expansion in terms of what you do as an artist, because I do sense creative potential here. So you guys could literally be blossoming. Yeah, I was definitely hearing glow up, and that is a strong confirmation coming from 3 to 6. I like to see that. So anything else? Well, yeah, with Venus and Virgo. An emphasis on, so this is literally a depiction of the Empress here, okay? So I feel like you guys are emerging from the chrysalis into the butterfly, and that's why you're having this expansion. You guys are celebrating a major period in your life where you're no longer doing the hard uphill battle. You're doing the release is what I'm getting, right? After rain is the rainbow. You guys have been through work at this time in your life. You're now experiencing a cycle of expansion where things just seem a little bit more effortless. And we seem to also just want to talk about you, which tells me that I just heard you have the pick of the litter. So either you can be choosy and there are many options moving forward, or you guys are actually looking to get a dog. So I could see that being illustrated by this little fox there. So good luck with that. But I'm also hearing that the majority of you are going to have many options, right? And I'm also seeing 4 options. And it's because you guys have done a lot. I don't know what you guys have been going through, but it's like a release. You're about to experience a really sunny period of your life. There's a lot to expand here. You physically are expanding your borders. I see you potentially moving for some of you. You're also getting extreme expansion in the terms of your career, talent, or finances. So let's talk about that now. But also many, many lovers coming through. So this Emperor, it does talk to me about frontier, you guys. Anything that you guys could do right now to move, to expand, to reach into somewhere you haven't reached before, that is where the blessing lies. Egotism, I see the sun, the rooster, order, and speculation. Very curious. Okay. So the Emperor with order to me is talking about getting all your ducks in a row. I feel like the expansion you guys are going to experience is going to be new to you, so you need to sort of figure out how to manage your finances to sort of be in this new vibration. We want to do perhaps a little bit of learning in terms of finances, the career sector. It has something to do with the fine print is what I'm hearing, okay? And with the Cancer crab here, I'm not really picking up much from him. Besides, trying not to be stoic, trying not to be hard-shelled right now, trying to be a little bit vulnerable moving forward. I see is this idea of needing to go through a small, tight little hole, like at the very end of your journey. It's like we need you to be able to be greased through that, right? So what I'm hearing is that we don't want you to hold on to periods of the past where things came to you very hard, where you had to go about life, where you had to work very, very hard in order to experience abundance. It feels like that chapter has closed because it feels like this next cycle, it isn't something small. It's going to change for everyone, guys. I can't say, but to me it feels like years, at least 1 year. For some of you, many more. It feels like this next period is no longer any energy that you experienced before. I see that you guys have completely changed who you are and how you think about yourself, but also how you think about others. You're a lot more compassion. I see an expansion with the heart chakra and compassion, and I'm getting the idea that you need to sort of just acclimate to this new way of being. And one of the ways that we can grease you up in order to, shoot you into this new, you could call it a new vibration, a new dimension, is to let go of the past, let go to how things came to be, which felt stifled and stilted and just not a lot of abundance, not a lot of growing. I always think of the Emperor going out and he can literally grow plants on cement, right? But it's like you're not going to have to work so hard is what I keep hearing. There's a strong emphasis on the garden as well. So you guys could also be interested in creating a garden at this time, or perhaps that's where you can help other people at this time, volunteer at a garden, or you could grow things for your community. That's being highlighted as well. Okay, so this Emperor, let's see. Let's pick up on perhaps an energy to close out your reading. Something that's supported in the career sector right now, and expansion, and then okay, so you guys have the Emperor again with the star with wishes, right? What such a beautiful reading. You guys are about to experience something you didn't see coming is what I'm getting. It feels like there's so much here that you didn't see this coming. So this feels like right now, what's blessed right now, going anywhere, okay? The career you're building, the dream, especially if what you're building relates to what you've always wanted to do, that is the blessing. And perhaps something that is going to require a little patience or work. 10 of Pentacles, ooh, with Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is curious. To me, this talks about getting clarity on perhaps, it's about the order, you guys. I don't know why this is coming through. There's something about bank accounts. There's something about consolidating bank accounts, something to do with finances, perhaps seeking out a financial advisor to manage the funds, okay? Or hiring someone to help you do this. There's something about writing, and the 10 of Pentacles talks about legacy, okay? So I do get the idea of having someone help you right now in your business, not doing it all by yourself. But the 10 of Pentacles is the minor arcana version of the major arcana version of the Emperor, okay? So I see that being very linked. It doesn't look like there is a lot right now that's working against you, is what I'm hearing, okay? For the Emperor to come out twice with the star to clarify what is going well, you whatever you're building, whatever you're building, especially if you, again, can fold in the element of expansion with travel, with teaching others, with anything to do with foreign cultures, that's very blessed at this time. And I also believe that these are the end of your messages, and I really hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are in the world. If you've made it this far into the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. Helps me go so far in the land of YouTube, but it also helps other people find and receive these messages too. And until next time, stay divine.